So the political ructions continue in the Sol Plaatje municipality in the Northern Cape. The motion against the mayor passed as 10 ANC councillors voted with the DA to remove him, and the party has threatened those officials with suspension. Let's find out the latest. We're joined by the regional secretary of the ANC in the Sol Plaatje region. That's Webster Dichaba, live for us from Kimberley tonight. Mr. Dichaba, what is the mayor's status right now?
I beg your pardon?
What is the status of the mayor right now?
Good evening and good evening to the viewers at home. Maybe we need to take this opportunity to refer to what we said a week ago. The mayor of Sol Plaatje, that is Mangaliso Matika, like any other employee of the ANC, take cue from the ANC. But the ANC as a caring organization and a listening organization has continuously engaged with the leaders from the community on a number of things. The main demand from the community was the increase in electricity tariffs. Subsequent to that, the other demands were brought forward of suspension of the MM and the CFO. Now, at this point in time,
Mr. Dichaba, may I stop you there, sir? Mr. Dichaba, what I'm asking is, what is the mayor's status right now? Do you, as the ANC, support him in his post as mayor? Do you support him in his decision not to vacate his office?
Look, we have not arrived at that point where we decide to release Mangaliso Matika as the mayor, because currently the ANC is considering all the facts at their disposal, given the history of this protest. At the moment, the provincial officials would brief at the NEC of the ANC and employees on the development. But we have not, as the ANC, directly be engaged
but Mr.
on
Dichaba,
the issue of the removal of Comrade Matika.
But Mr. Dichaba, why are you not respecting the vote of no confidence in Mayor Matika?
We respect the views of the community. That is why we have acceded to the demand of not increasing the tariffs as earlier planned by the municipality. But if we have to put it in context, the removal currently of Mangaliso Matika, people did not follow due processes to remove him from office. Even the meeting that we are referring to of removing Mangaliso Matika was an illegal meeting. Even simple standing rules of council were not followed. Now, we cannot, as the ANC, be put at gunpoint by a group of people claiming to be representing the community. If the community wants Matika to be removed, they will interact with the ANC.
Okay,
not individuals because of their own accord will go out and demand that Matika must be removed.
Mr. Dichaba, so you're saying
we are not
this wasn't...
opposed. We will respect the community.
Will you not respect the politicians, including the, I understand, 10 ANC members who voted him out in a vote of no confidence?
You see, the difficulty that we have here is the respect for the rule of law, which says there is a procedure if you want to remove a sitting mayor. There's 10-day working period that must be given, and the individual must also be given the right to reply. Currently, as we are speaking, there's no motion that was given to the speaker. The only thing that served on that day was a request at 11 o'clock to have a special council at 12:30. So obviously that does not serve or meet the requirements of removing a particular incumbent.
All right. Have you gone to court?
Therefore means processes were flouted.
Have you gone to court?
Pardon?
Have you gone to court as the ANC?
Currently, there are processes to get clarity, because only a court of law can, clear the situation at the moment between the protesters and the councillors who had a meeting, and Matika and the current acting speaker, who's the custodian of council. Once a court of law has made a ruling, we will respect the outcome thereof. But from any corner of the street, a group of people demanding that an individual be removed, we will not agree with that as the ANC, because we are custodians of this constitution and the rule of law. So we are appealing to our people to calm down, allow due processes to unfold, give Matika also the right to reply as the current mayor. If the community insists, the ANC is willing to listen. We've had several meetings with the leaders of this very same community, where we have agreed on a number of issues. Therefore, one of Matika can't be an exception in this case. We are willing to listen.
Mr.
But if people
Dichaba,
wake up, close roads, burn down, it's not assisting.
Mr. Dichaba, it could be argued that you're not listening. This is a community up in arms. We right now have 70 schools where learning is not taking place. 10 ANC councillors voted to get this man out. Are you not sacrificing a lot and not listening to protect one man?
What is important here, presenter, is that the rule of law. It doesn't mean if you are mainly doing something illegal is correct. We are expecting the community to follow due processes. The leaders, the very same leaders who are leading there, we have had engagements with them. We would even want to invite them currently to meet with us so that we trash and discuss this issue of Mangaliso Matika and the mayorship of Sol Plaatje. But misleading the community under the wrong notion should not also be encouraged, because people who are suffering currently, like you are saying, is the poor black children in the township. Some of us, we leave the city to go and instigate closure of roads and find what is happening. Meanwhile, our children are attending schools. There's no shutdown in the city center and the suburbs. The people who are suffering, our kids, we want to reiterate, the schools are not closed. There has been reports that the schools have been closed. There are no schools that are closed. It's only criminal elements who are threatening, beating up people, taking them off taxis. If you believe you've got a genuine reason, why abuse other people, or why abuse the rights of other people? But we are saying the bottom line is, as the ANC, we want to engage, and we humbly appeal to our communities to pardon us during this turmoil, so that we continue to do our work and listen to the issues. The issue of the mayor of Sol Plaatje can't be a big issue if things are done properly.
Mr. Dichaba,
but we are aware that there are individuals behind this.
All right, thank you for your time this evening. You've laid out the region's ANC region stance. That was Webster Dichaba, the regional secretary for the Northern Cape ANC. Bongani.